Previously in Chapter 4.
Steve LaBelle, he been running around with Nipsey for a long time.
You broke Nipsey Hussle? How did that all come about?
Yeah, I mean, real quick, but as far as Nipsey, you know, me and my partner Big U, you know, from South Central.
Big U.
The Blue Side, 6-0. You know, we discovered Nipsey.
If it wasn't for Big U, y'all wouldn't know the Nipsey Hussle of today.
Yeah, everybody wants to be independent or at least claim independent. Even when they're not independent, they claim independent.
Okay, Steve LaBelle, you believed in Nipsey. Not none of these niggas. These niggas took him from you. And Big U, they took him from y'all. I heard you say Atlantic. You took him to Atlantic. Atlantic ain't want to fuck with him. But now he signed to Atlantic. I'm sure he's under a 360 deal with Atlantic. And then he signed to Rock Nation. Rock Nation and Atlantic are one and the same. Atlantic is Mike Kaiser, Julie Greenwald, Kevin Lyles, Leo Cohen.
Somebody very powerful in the industry told me, like, you know, what's wrong with the industry is the good records.
Who gave you that advice, though? You said somebody told you that.
Leo Cohen told me that. I was having a meeting with Todd.
Another one, Jesus.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wow.
And Todd,
anybody else?
Yeah, you know, had Leo come through and just sit down and give his opinion on my situation.
How long was this nigga signed before we heard the announcement?
Welcome back, everybody. How is it that their brain buys you? Their mind, which is what they think with when they do think. People are non-conscious. In other words, they're sort of acting on stimulus response. Almost everything that we do in the course of the day is non-conscious. About 90% of the people, approximately, are non-conscious about 90% of the time. And the brain's not any smarter than the mind. In fact, the brain isn't anywhere near as smart as the mind. And most people make almost all of their decisions based on raw gut emotion. This is one of the reasons that people are so easy to influence, especially when they're in group. That is their brain buying their own behavior. How does their brain buy you? So, how do you get a person to go into consciousness and buy you all at the same time? So, how do you get them to buy you, that brain to buy you? First thing is you have to get that brain's attention. You have to capture that brain's attention. Now, capturing the brain's attention can do any of the kind of cool tools and techniques and strategies and tactics I've talked about with you guys, but getting attention is critical. If you don't get the attention, you don't make the sale. If you don't get attention, nothing happens.
You're independent. There's a bunch of major labels. There's been talk about a bunch of labels trying to sign you, Maybach Music and so on. Just what do you think it would take for you to go to a big artist, or are you trying to stay independent?
I mean, we don't always operate as an independent. Death Row was indie. Dog Food was indie. Interscope didn't put that album out. That came out Death Row / an indie distributor. That was the first independent record to ever be #1. So we come from that. So it's just something like, I guess, on our coast or in California, that's like an independent entrepreneurial spirit. Plus we in such a big influential market that we could do our numbers ourselves. Just all being locally, you know, respected, you could do real numbers. I think a lot of that attributed to independent. I mean, we don't always operate as an independent.
Obviously, it's been in the news and all your interviews. Jay-Z did buy 100 copies of it.
Shout out to Jigga. I mean, we know how influential Jay is, so anything he put his attention on or point to, people gonna check out just based on, you know, the following he has and the respect that the public has for Jay. So I think that played a big part in exposing and shedding light on, you know, the project and me as an artist, you know. So I think that played a big part in exposing and shedding light on, you know, the project and me as an artist.
So I think that played a big part in exposing and shedding light on, you know, the project and me as an artist.
So I think that played a big part in exposing and shedding light on, you know, the project and me as an artist.
You took him to Atlantic. Atlantic ain't want to fuck with him. But now he signed to Atlantic, and then he signed to Rock Nation. Rock Nation and Atlantic are one and the same.
But as far as Nipsey, you know, me and my partner Big U, you know, from South Central.
Big U.
The Blue Side, 6-0. You know, we discovered Nipsey.
Nip Hussle in the Epic building, about to go sign his deal.
Nah, man.
You're gonna be sick that they let you go.
Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? That's they lost, though, fuck it. You feel me?
All them labels, that was bullshit, just having us come. Blow the horns, Nip Hussle is in the building.
Yeah. What's up, man? What's up, man?
That's amazing.
If it wasn't for Big U, y'all wouldn't know the Nipsey Hussle of today.
That come with the territory. You can't sit around and squawk about it. You can only know your truth. My truth is, he called me. When it came time to go, Nip called me. Nip was like, bro, you still got a contract. Execute the contract. You know what I'm saying? We never split. I still own publishing. You know what I'm saying? Right now to this day. When he did his deal, we signed his deal to Sony, right? We was always signed. And it's funny to me how kids say and don't realize that he was signed. We ain't never not been independent, really be honest with you. And with independent meaning you using your money coming up from the grind and grinding. We always was signed. We signed to Sony and he tells these kids.
I can speak on it because I was part of the Nipsey Hussle movement, getting him his first multi-million-dollar deal. Me and Gang, Big U, Steve Lobel, Johnny Shipes, we did that. Big U came to me and we pushed them buttons and he took that and made that situation happen.
Right.
If it wasn't for Big U, y'all wouldn't know the Nipsey Hussle of today. And this rumor about him being independent, that's some bullshit. Like motherfuckers idiots. Look, it's motherfuckers idiots. If you scroll down to the iTunes, it says Atlantic Records.
We too entertained, can't separate the real from the fake. Women's self-esteem determined by their body and face. Men not looking for love, they just been planting they seed. And when the seeds start to grow, it's when they back up and